make sure things are running correctly, you know, the everyday things. I'm also live on the MP Shorts channel. Decided that I would be live over there. I want to grow. I still have about 500 hours of watch time that I need to get over there. So um, we're trying to figure that out. So if you guys want to go over there, definitely check it out. But let's see. Let's
Japanese style monkey.
if Twitch is actually working today. There we go. Now we got the picture. We're a little early today. Thank you for hitting the like button over there on the MP Shorts channel. If you have anything you want to say, feel free to comment away. What's your buy-in for LRC? So I just actually bought more right now, and it was at the $2 mark, $2.10 mark. So for LRC, I think there's solid buy-ins currently. Did rise in price since I bought in. So it's always great to, if you don't have any in right now, it's always great to like get your feet wet a little bit to understand exactly what this movement could be, so you don't miss out on the whole entire thing. But I think what you could see from Loopring is this rise to a level of easily $10, $100 if you compare it to something like, if it's going to be as strong, and I don't think it will be. I don't know if it'll be as strong as like a Cardano, but market cap size or market cap wise, you can see this really run to a higher price compared to where it was. Now that's all based on, you know, the rumor of, you know, the partnership with GameStop and everything, which is not confirmed. We still need that confirmation, and that confirmation will be key to this thing rising to crazy levels. Do you know what the circulating supply for LRC? Yeah. The total circulating supply, I believe, is 1.5 billion or 1.6 billion, but it's under 2 billion. So right now, the circulating supply currently is 1.3 billion, which is right here, 1.3 billion. It's 96% of the total supply. So it's a lowish supply compared to things like Cardano, which is around 33 billion. This is literally like 30, well, divide 30 and you get that basically. 30 times less, maybe. I don't know what this, I don't know what that on there, but it's 1.3 billion versus 30 billion, or versus you know, Dogecoin that's 100 plus billion, right? So early morning, yes, I decided to hop on a little bit early just because I had a little bit of free time, and it was a sleepless night for me. Thank you to everybody that's watching on you know, in the MP Shorts channel, and anybody that's watching on Twitch. The one person that's watching on Twitch, I appreciate you. I also want to bring up Facebook just so I understand any friends or have any questions. Mm. Oh, now I just got a memory of Harper. Come on. How my day is complete and it just started. Memory of Harper. Come on. There you go. All right, yeah. So 2 people over the MP Shorts channel, 19 people on the Matthew Perry channel. Thank you guys for being here. I just sold off my good. Yeah, I think I mean, it's always hard to sell off something for something else, because when I look into my positions, it I never want to sell off anything. One, my account broke over 23,000, and then I put more money into Loopring. Currently holding about $700 in Loopring. Yeah, about $700 in Loopring, $682 in Loopring. Bought 200 more just recently, and yeah, I think it's going to make a very big move, and I want to hold probably somewhere around 1,000. So I don't know if I will sell other positions to get in there, because I like OMG Network. I like what that has to offer. But I think what I want to do is anytime I see a position like this, I always want to wait for like lowest points. And the initial point that I invested in was, I believe it was around $1.08 or so for Loopring. Um, and I was waiting for that to break below $1, and it didn't end up doing that. If it did it at like 4 in the morning or something. But uh, $1 would have been a great buy-in for like maybe $500 worth. I would have been able to get 500 coins, and that would have grown. That would have grew to about $1,000 by now. So kind of made a mistake there, but I did manage to kind of get my feet wet in the situation, understand exactly what's going on there. Uh, when is too early to decorate for Christmas? Uh, I I don't know. I would say when it's too early. If it's before Halloween, I would say that's too early. After Halloween, I'm all for decorating for Christmas because you're keeping it up for like a while. You want to keep it up for more than a month. I at least do, especially if you're decorating the whole house. Like, why decorate the whole house and only keep it up for a month, or keep it up for, a couple of days? That's not what I want. So I'm planning on decorating the house, and I'm doing that. I was gonna do it yesterday, but then Hayden got sick again, so uh, we couldn't do that. And the earnings call was yesterday, so I had to get on that. Had to hop on it. Good morning. Waiting for AMC squeeze, and then I will get into crypto. Sorry. Waiting for AMC to squeeze, and then I will invest in crypto, Ethereum, Cardano, and all my choices. What do you think? Seems that Ethereum has a lot to give and grow, is stable. Yeah, I think the problem there is that when you see AMC blow, the problem is that everybody's going to be getting into crypto at that time. So I think that's sort of a mistake, because right now it's kind of the early stages in a lot of coins. Hayden is my daughter. Um, but yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, for crypto, you would be making that move a little bit late, because a lot of things, like you can see, are moving right now. And I think, yes, Ethereum has room to grow above that. Ethereum can definitely make moves, but positions like, let's say, getting into Litecoin, you get into Litecoin where I got in at like I don't really know exactly where it was. It was at below 150, and now it's up to 250 or 246. That's a pretty decent move, and you haven't even gotten to the major increase yet. Same thing with Harvest Finance, same thing with Gitcoin, got in there at $7, reinvested at $8. Like, I'm putting in more money at the lows so that when it ends up blowing, you see more and more of a return. I understand, what everybody's waiting for, AMC. I'm waiting for AMC as well, but I'm also putting money in other places that can potentially blow, not to the same level that I think AMC can blow to, but I think it will give me a decent return on a lot of these. So yeah, that's the way that I look at it. So it's definitely tough to say like I'm waiting for, AMC to blow before I get into crypto. I think that'll kind of be too late, and you'll be getting in on the downturn, which means that all the gains that you gain from AMC, you might end up losing. Uh, do you really think Litecoin can go up more? Yeah, it's been stagnant for a while, just because people have been putting their focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but they've been putting their focus more on Bitcoin. And now that you see Ethereum moving, you're going to see things like Litecoin move, and a lot of altcoins move as well. Do I think Litecoin is going to move? Yes, it's going to surpass $500. I I believe that, I'm not going to say guarantee, but I believe that that will pass $500. This is why I haven't sold it right now. I still have eight coins. And if I wasn't putting money into other areas that will probably double or triple or quadruple or 10x, then I would be putting it into Litecoin as something more stable. So yeah, I truly believe that Litecoin will make a move and get back up to that 500 mark and surpass that 500 mark, because it was up there before. And that was during a bullish run where you saw Bitcoin reach up to its all-time highs, and now you're seeing Bitcoin up to its all-time highs, actually resisted at its all-time high before, coming back and then starting to get up to those levels again. Like I said, you can see, where's Bitcoin? You can see that Bitcoin was at its all-time highs or close to it, 67,000. It's right there, right? You're seeing Ethereum. Where's Ethereum at? Do I have any Ethereum in my wallet? I don't think I do. There we go. It's at 4,700. Like, oh, it's right next to Bitcoin. 4,700. You're gonna see like massive movements in Ethereum. You're gonna see massive movements in Litecoin. I definitely think that Litecoin can make a huge move. I know you don't really keep up on top tweeted something similar to Elon Musk. I'm thinking of what to do with shares. Should I hold or hodl? Uh, legend. So this is totally up to you. I've never, told anybody that they need to sell a certain position. I always tell people that it's always great to accept sort of like some sort of profit so that, you realize some sort of gain. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say everybody should go out and just, sell their GameStop because that's not the case. If he's going to do something similar to Elon Musk, I think it's really because of the unrealized gains and dealing with that whole mess. Uh, so I don't see that as like, oh, I'm selling out because I'm done with this position. I don't believe it's going to go any higher type of thing. I don't think that's the case. Um, and especially with the large increase in the price from the level that it was and seeing all of those gains over 2020 is just absolutely insane, So they obviously have a lot of risk there just to be able to pay any type of taxes because of the fact that they had a ton of unrealized gains. So it's tough. It's tough for me to say. If you want to make a move from GameStop, then you can always make a move if you wanted to. But I will never, tell you have to, and whether it's right or wrong. Any decision that you make is purely your decision, and it could be good depending on how you make your next steps or how you make your next moves, or it could be bad depending on how you make your next move, right? So you could basically pull out of maybe $500 worth and put it all into um, a certain coin, and it grows by 100x, and now you're looking at a massive gain. So no matter what happens with GameStop, you're looking at a great return, right? Or you can put it into a coin to where maybe Bitcoin or something where it may pull back and you may lose some of that. And I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to pull back. I'm just saying that, obviously seeing higher highs in a certain coin and seeing that potential for it to pull back is scary. So it's totally up to you. I'm not gonna give you that advice there because I don't give advice. We got one person over on the MP Shorts channel, guys. If you want to, comment away, ask a question, go ahead, feel free. Two people over on Twitch. How my luck with Neo at $3 and AMC at $7. Yes, I've been thinking a lot about that. Being able to get in early stages is the best thing. Yeah, exactly. Early stages is perfect. Elon tapping back at Congress, not selling. Well, that's good to know. Okay, Loopring is making me money and all is good, but I will bring it my dad back into my life. Will it bring my dad back into my life? I don't know. Maybe. I've been holding GME since $40. There's no GME squeeze. Ryan Cohn turned them into a $1,500 company by 2030. Really? $1,500 company by 2030? I mean, that's definitely I mean, they definitely control the market, so I could say it's possible. It's just they have a lot of things to turn around. LRC is the new thing. Once GME announced they're working together. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed that LRC is, working with GameStop, even though this is running, right? You're seeing the rumor. Right now, it's a rumor. I don't think this is what a lot of people are afraid of right now: is buy the rumor, sell the news. They saw it with Zom. You saw it with, um, you know, Dogecoin, Shiba a little bit. Like you see it with different platforms and different things. But I think Loopring is a little bit different. Buy the rumor, sell the news implies that you're just putting out news that will make it more popular, and you'll see it. You'll see stock price rise. You'll see popularity increase, all that stuff. But this is a little bit different, right? You're seeing a rumor that may create, even though you're saying it's buy the rumor, sell the news, this rumor may create another rumor, which creates another rumor, and it's connected to something that is it's extremely popular, and connected to something to where people hold this thing, for dear life, right? So when it's something like that, when it's partnered with something like that, you obviously are going to see this run, and it's going to be a buy the rumor, 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 buy the rumor. It's never going to stop. That's what I'm thinking with this position, and it could be huge if it is actually connected with GameStop. So 96% of total supply is encouraging. Yes, it is, because obviously you have less dilution. Like you're not going to see dilution of the price. The only thing you would see is people selling off the position with any gains that they want to accept. I'm not an options trader, so I haven't looked into it. I haven't looked at that. What My crypto portfolio has never been so large. Hope everyone else is making money too. Yeah, I can tell you that my crypto portfolio is definitely growing. Right now, total amount that I have in my crypto portfolio is around uh, 32,000, maybe 33,000. So from the last time I created that video, which was about a week ago, my portfolio update, I grew by 3,000 in my crypto portfolio. And I think it's going to be a lot more once you start to see some of these blow. Like once you start to see Harvest Finance get up to some of those high levels, or even if that goes down to lower levels, right? I will put a lot more in there, and you will see this grow a crazy amount just based on that position, purely on that position alone. And that's my opinion. That's my these two actually are my babies here, right? Harvest Finance, Gitcoin. I think these are going to be huge. I think Harvest Finance is going to be big just purely based on the circulating supply, as well as Gitcoin and some of the use case behind it. So this is why I hold 4,000 in both of these, and around 2,000 or less than 2,000 in everything else, right? So do you know anything about Chinese EV maker? I don't. It will be the next Neo. I don't know about it. We'll have to look into it. Everyone gonna be a Shiba millionaire next year. I mean, Shiba millionaire it depends how you define that. Whether it's like you own 1 million of Shiba coin, then yes. If you're talking about millions of dollars, probably not. I would imagine people are going to, sell some positions when they get to hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's just what happens. Some people get very greedy and actually end up making a ton out of it. Some people get too greedy and end up falling, having that fall down, and they end up making hundreds of thousands of dollars after being up millions of dollars. And then some people just, decide to sell when they feel comfortable, and that's good. Other news, uh, that new COD is fire. I haven't played anything. I played Spider-Man Miles Morales and finally beat it the other day, and I started playing it maybe 2 months ago. So it took me a long time to get to that point to actually beat it, and that's not even a long game. It's just I have a lot of responsibilities as an adult and parent and person that has technically like 17 jobs. I'm always working. I have my 9 to 5, which takes a lot of time, and then I'm always uploading videos and creating content for you guys. So it's great to be able to do that. I love doing it. This is why I'd rather do this than play a game, even though I love playing Xbox and PlayStation, all that stuff. I have to check it out though. I still have to play Guardians of the Galaxy, and I haven't even started it yet. I downloaded it, haven't started it yet. And then they're gonna have the new Marvel Avengers, they're gonna have Spider-Man added to Marvel's Avengers on PlayStation, which means I have to buy it for PlayStation and then download it on PlayStation. So that's a whole ordeal. But yeah, we have 107 people here, guys. Alex says, thumbs up, everyone. Yes, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. Get me up to about 50 likes. That would be amazing. I am starting the stream early, and I'm not ending at 8 o'clock. I'm ending at 9 o'clock. So uh, I'm doing a longer stream today because I did have a little bit of time because I had a restless night. I just couldn't sleep. Loopring is going up, but will you finally love me? Will my mother finally? What is going on? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Sure. If that makes you feel good, then sure. My call option on Ford printing money, January 21, 2022. $19 strike price option. Pretty good. I really don't. I've made money with a couple of options. I haven't really had a ton of success with options, but I know a lot of people that have made money with options, and it's a slippery slope for me. With some of these ones that are really running, yes, I mean that's great to be able to see and play those the right way, but I haven't really had too much luck with options. Thank you. Finally, validation. You're welcome, I guess. Remember, after 20 minutes, I'm going to close this thing up to members only. So if you're not a member, feel free to become a member. It's only 99 cents. Make it cheap so everybody can, be a part of it. But then you also weed out any of the spam and all that stuff. But if you're over on MP Shorts, if you want to go over to MP Shorts and comment, you can definitely do that. You just won't be able to see the screen. It's just a picture of me and with my nice Scully here. What's your rationale behind Harvest Finance? My rationale behind Harvest Finance, one is the circulating supply. The circulating supply is very low, and anytime you see a low circulating supply with something that's on a popular platform, a lot of times you're going to see a massive run up with that. And the thing about this is that it has its massive run ups, but it falls down just as quick because people buy into it looking for a large gain, just like before. So like if we go back, let's look at a year to date, you can see this massive run up from $80 all the way up to 430, but then a quick decrease all the way down to a level of 290, right? But if you buy in at this 80 mark, no matter what, you're still making a ton out of it, whether you get out at 430 or you get out at 290, right? So if you look at the circulating supply, 635,000 just shows that when you do have a massive amount of volume that goes into it, you see a massive increase in that position or a massive decrease in that position. And I'm always looking for those either or, right? If I see a massive decrease, I know the potential increase in the next however many years could be massive. It doesn't need to be something where I need the return right now. It doesn't need to be where I need the return a year from now. I could see the return, 5 years from now. And as long as I built up a certain portfolio to hold $10,000 worth of farm, however much that is, if it's like, 100 or 1,000 coins, that would be phenomenal. And then see that run up to a level of, $500. I mean, that's huge. That's going to be, really big for the program, right? So then I can turn, maybe, $10,000, $20,000 into 438, $1,000 just holding 1,000. So it's showing short-term growth, which you see this growth here. But once everybody catches on, this is going to be something that goes to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 very, very easily. Because if I look at something like this detail here, if I look at the my spreadsheet that I built, you're going to see Harvest Finance and just comparing it based on market cap, understanding what the average market cap is for a lot of the coins, a lot of the top coins. You're going to see that where it currently is, let's say at 160, is it 160? It's let's say 170. Let's do 170. Seeing that $107 million market cap. That's a million with an M. Billion. Obviously, you're looking at a factor of $2,000 per coin, and $2,000 per coin would get you how much, right? For me, just multiply 1,000 by the 30 coins that I have, and that's already turning $4,000, or technically how much I invested. Actually, it's like $5,000 I invested. So right now I'm down. But investing $5,000 turning into 30,000. Now if it goes to 2,000, turning $5,000 into 60,000. So obviously you're seeing massive growth potential with something like that. So that's the reason why I made a move into Harvest Finance and why I'm so heavy on it. Now, use case is obviously strong as well, but I want to see them make a huge move popularity wise before we start to worry about all of that. I got a million Shiba. How long should I hold it for a good profit? For a good profit, I mean, it depends what your definition of a good profit is. I mean, for me, I'm holding it for like 3 to 10 years. I think if you want hundreds of thousands of dollars out of it, or if you want millions of dollars out of it, $1 million out of it, um, I would suggest that you hold it for a long time to see what this ends up being, because as time goes on, things get burned off, strategies become clear, and what you're going to do is they're going to consistently burn off a lot of these coins to get to a certain level. Then what you're going to see is it at a decent circulating supply, while everybody else ended up selling off their position, and all of those ones that they sold got burned. um, you're sitting there with your 1 million coins, and that ends up going to a level to where now it's 1 cent, or 50 cents, and you're one of those people that got in early, sort of like a Bitcoin. You got in way early, and then 10 years down the line, now that money that you put into that coin is now worth $1 million. So that's the way that I look at it. So that's why I'm holding my 9 million. I'm probably never going to let it go. I'm going to burn some. So I still have the burn videos where I have to burn some, but I'm looking for the lowest price that I could possibly get. Probably somewhere around that 0.00004 or 0.00003, something like that. And I can burn off some, but it doesn't look like it's going to burn a crazy amount. It's probably going to burn a few million. You invested in KDI. Is that a cryptocurrency, or is it? It's not tradable on Coinbase, so probably not. Currently at $17.19. Circulating supply is 157 million, which is definitely good. That's only 16% of the supply, though. That's concerning. 16% of the supply means that a lot of it could be diluted, and I don't like dilution, right? No one should. So you look at the max supply, and you're going to see a $1 billion supply, which means that can definitely be diluted, which I would expect that to probably pull back down as they do add on more and more. If we look at the detail from the last month, we saw massive growth all the way up to $17. I don't know what the circulating supply was before, but I would imagine they added on some supply as this hit that high of like $20, and that's what they're going to keep doing. So you can find growth within this position. It's just going to be a little tough. I jumped into farm after looking into it from your video a while back. Thanks for the heads up. By the way, yeah, no problem. No problem. I love seeing coins with a low circulating supply. It's different when you look at coins versus stocks. If you look at stocks that have less shares that are traded out there, less outstanding shares, then that doesn't really matter as much as it does for cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, you don't have to worry about a balance sheet. And when you have to worry about a balance sheet or a P&L or how the business is doing, it's a different story than, you know, um, you know, a place to where you don't have to worry about how the business is performing, because it's a currency. It's where you're, or how you're going to use that currency, the use case behind it, more or less. And the use case doesn't really get applied until it starts getting into like maybe the top 100 or top 50 coins or so. Then you start worrying about that use case. Could have bought Loopring 4 days back, not today. That would be good profit. Wait, I didn't saw that video of yours. Yeah, I mean, I put out a video talking about it and how I wanted to see it drop below 100 or $1, and I got in at 108, and I probably should have bought a little bit more. I was thinking $300 would be a good place to put in there. It's only $100 if I put in at 100, but then it would have only been $300 if I would have bought 300 coins. So sort of made a mistake there, but I wanted to be conservative, and I was a little too conservative. But right now, I did buy a little bit more, and if it does come back to 150, I'll buy some more, um, and just be conservative throughout. So Safe Moon is a sleeping giant. Yeah, I have 25 million Safe Moon, and that's sitting in there for a long time as well. Have you talked about Stellar Lumens? I did before. I'm 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 sort of a fan, so it can move a little bit, but the the only thing that I really don't like. So let's go into XLM. Only thing I really don't like here is kind of the amount of circulating supply and less popularity. So you have 48% of the total supply. So you're obviously looking at something that could be diluted by the billions. And the popularity has risen from the last time I invested into it. So that's definitely a great sign. But I sold my position way back when. Currently holding, I think, like 19 cents, but that's because they won't let me sell it. But yeah, that's all I got there. Have I talked about XRP? Not the biggest fan of XRP. If you want to gain quick money, quick 30%, 40%, I think that's the play. But I don't see that as something that's growing like a crazy amount because it already hit 100 billion in market cap, which if it hits 100 billion in market cap, that's really the point to where it starts to resist. Guys, we have 162 people here. Make sure you hit the like button. It does help out the channel a ton. Also, we have 3 people on Twitch. Thank you for the new follower that I got over there. If you have anything you want to say, feel free to chat away. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did, and you're gonna accept it. That's how I roll. Which low supply should I wait? Which low supply should I get? Get or got? Get with the profit I get. Um, I don't. From what position that you're holding? Which low supply should you get from the profit that you're getting from Loopring? I think Loopring is probably a little bit more of a longer play, so that's to be determined. How's Doge? That's a good question. Nobody's asked about Doge in a while. Dogecoin is sitting at about 28 cents. Um, the circulating supply is at 132 billion, which is obviously is very high. But with the amount of popularity that it has, it's 7th in popularity. That's the reason why it stays up in that market cap of 36 billion. I think this can stay flat around 50 billion or so, and definitely see a rise in that price. But it looks like it's firmly resisting multiple times away from that $30 mark or so. Or sorry, not $30. That would be amazing. 30 cents. But yeah. Do you buy everything on Coinbase or do you use a different wallet? So I buy most of my things on Coinbase Pro. Coinbase, I will only buy my so I buy everything on Coinbase Pro. And then what I do is I take that if I have an interest building asset like Ethereum 2.0, Algo, Cosmos, I will put that on Coinbase, and then I will start to I will let that sit there and stake and gain interest. But most of my cryptocurrency is on Coinbase because the reason I do that is because a lot of things on Coinbase, when they add it to Coinbase, I believe that's more of a legit platform that only provides legit coins. You haven't really seen rug pulls that go on Coinbase because they do a solid due diligence process to really understand exactly what's going on in the background of that coin and if they should add it. This is why, you always see petitions, hey, add this on Coinbase. We need to add Shiba Inu on Coinbase. Well, let's look into it. We need to add Dogecoin on Coinbase. Well, let's look into it. You know what I mean? New subscription here, first time listening. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And thank you for letting me know. that means a lot. I don't have any type of notifications that tell me when someone subscribes. So I appreciate you for subscribing and, joining the group. Um, Now, I buy most of my things on Coinbase Pro and Coinbase, but I do have a Gate.io platform that I buy things. Um, and the reason why I go over here is for anything that's kind of new. So I just remember exactly where I go here. But if I'm going here for anything that's kind of new, I go back and just try and get an understanding of what's here. So I'll go to newly listed to see what's here and what has grown a bit, go into more, and then I'll break down what I can get into for a low price. If I can buy 100 coins in Gate.io, this is usually a platform to where you can find some legit coins. It's one that I found a recent coin that I talked about on Patreon. So if you guys are not on Patreon, go over there and you can get all the new coins that I talk about and any early buys, because there were a couple of them that I talked about, especially like any of the new ones that we had in the past week or so. I talked about those, and Krill made a move. It seemed LRC made a decent move, right? I also had another position that I don't want to talk about because it's a new upload from 7 o'clock that I had over in Patreon. So definitely check out that link in the description. You also get the Discord group, and we're trying to grow that back to something that's more popular and talking about stocks, crypto, all that stuff. So yeah, I just subscribed too. Thanks for answering my question. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for asking the question. That's what matters. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So I appreciate you more than you appreciate me. So I can tell you that I really do appreciate you guys. Good time to buy Shiba. I think it's always a good time to buy Shiba if you're playing it long term. So if you're playing it, short term, you probably want to look for some quick, moves. And right now, it's around that. I guess if we're looking at the consolidation phase, to where we saw a movement between, let's go back a month. We saw a movement between the 6 cent or 0.00006 and 0.00004 cents, really that consolidation level. You're seeing it kind of at the, like, sort of the higher end, or I guess, sorry, middle tier of that consolidation phase. So is it a good time to buy? I think any time is a good time to buy. The only time I'm really going to buy, I'm keeping my 9 million and I'm sitting on that. But anytime I'm going to buy in the future is really just to burn more Shiba and then eventually make a lot of money out of it. So that's the hopes. Charge me to Coinbase, so I'm transferring some coins to Ethereum. Yeah, that's tough. The only thing is I don't want to get stuck. I like Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. Any platform that charges you usually gives you more legit coins, and it takes them a while to go through the process to do that research. And I would imagine that's probably why they do charge you, because adding the coins, they do research to see if it's a legit coin, if you're going to have any rug pulls, if they're going to if you're also going to have any issues with maybe the system having problems. Coinbase will probably be the least likely system that will completely crash and you'll lose all your money. Other ones, I mean, that's definitely a sketchy situation. So you start moving your money to wallets. And when you move your money to wallets, you obviously have to pay some sort of fee in order to move that money to a wallet. Now with Coinbase, if I wanted to move it to my crypto wallet, I don't have to pay a fee because I already paid the fee to own the cryptocurrency. Does that make sense? So no matter what, you're probably going to have to pay a fee. You're not going to be able to get out of it. Good time to buy a Squid Game token. Let's leave that alone, man. No, 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 not at all. But yeah, I would definitely say that Coinbase, the reason why I invest in Coinbase, and I know there's a lot of platforms out there, I feel like it's the most legit platform. It's the platform that will give you the least likelihood of it crashing and you losing everything. And then also adding coins that are not going to be rug pulled. So when you do find a coin that's newly added, so if you go to trade and you go over here to the right and you see new coins, you have that Coinbase effect, which ends up increasing the price by like 30 or 50%, sometimes hundreds of percent. And when you do see things like that, now you can get into a coin and know that it's not going to be rug pulled. It might pull back a little bit, based on a standard, pullback, but it's not going to be something that completely rug pulls, you know? So what are your thoughts on Tezos? I like Tezos. I hold Tezos, and the fact that it's paying me a decent amount, I think it's 4.6. Let's see, 4.6 APY. Yeah, I'll take that every day. The only thing I have with Tezos is that it gets to a so right now I think it's more of that middle tier when it comes to a price point to where you want to invest in at. I know it can get to this upper tier of, let's say, $7 or so, and if you look a month ago, you can see it up in the level of like $8 or so. So it definitely has room to grow up there with only a $5 billion market cap. But I want to see it at some of these low points. I think $6, $5 is a great point to invest. Um, obviously seeing it anything at like $2 or $3, but it looks like it has consistent growth here, even though like the trend is upward. So you're seeing that consistent growth all the way up to a level of that high of $9.14. So I like this position. I'll probably buy in maybe with like $1,000 more. And I would love to hold 10,000 here, 10,000 in Algo, and 10,000 in Cosmos. But I really want to see Cosmos at kind of a lower level before I end up making that move. But I love gaining interest. Love the interest. Yes, exactly. Creator of Shiba is CEO. Grace. Okay, I'll remember it. All right, so we have 215 people here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Get me up to 100 likes. That would be phenomenal. 4 people over on Twitch. What do you think about Robinhood getting hacked? I was one of those accounts, shaking my head. Glad I didn't have my investments in Robinhood. Just downloaded it. So I that's one of the reasons why I don't like Robinhood. I feel like it's not as secure, and I also don't like the fact that their customer service is non-existent. So if you have any of those issues, it's to where like you're chatting with somebody via like typing and message rather than getting someone on the phone. I think there is like a phone service now, but when I first started making those moves in Robinhood, you didn't have that, and it was hard to get in contact with anybody. So people that lost money, they lost money. They couldn't really get it resolved, and it was taking forever for them to get it resolved. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like Robinhood. Even though I have, some money in Doge on Robinhood, the only reason I still have that there is because I can't transfer it. I would have to sell it and then wait for it to clear, then transfer it over to Coinbase. And by that time, Doge might be up to 30 cents or 50 cents. You never really know. So that's always a tricky situation for me, at least. Yeah, that's what I would say about Robinhood. I'm not really the biggest fan. Literally follow you because you're one of the only ones who still talks about SOS. Can you please cover that? So yeah, I still have my SOS. So SOS is just a little tricky because yes, you're right. A lot of people don't uh, talk about SOS. Let me bring this up. And currently, it was up 5% or almost 6% yesterday, and is up about 1% in the pre-market. Now, the issue that we have here is obviously you just want to see a ton of volume that goes into it, but the stock market isn't really receiving a lot of volume in every area like they were before. You're receiving some volume in certain places, certain popular places, like Tesla and like apparently Roblox and AMD and some other positions there. But what we saw in the past was a lot of growth within everything. It seemed like everything was growing at the same rate, the same pattern, all of that stuff. So yeah, I would say SOS. I still believe in the position, still holding my shares. Let me go ahead and uh, log in here just so you guys see it. No, I just made an error. I get it right? I got it right. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'm still holding my 2,000 shares, as you can see up here, and it's at $3.96. So it's not anything to where I even add it anymore. You can see the massive growth that it does have, and then eventually just pulls back. You know what I mean? So we've saw instances to where it got up to about $3 recently. It gets up to 250 and decreases right away. So it seems like they just either quickly force this thing down with some shorts, or you're seeing people that just want to sell off the position. Now this looks like it does look like it might be sort of legit. I understand how some people may think that a lot of things are manipulated, but it does look like it's sort of legit, because anytime you see a run up and it runs up and comes back to the same level that it was, a lot of times you're going to see that as legit, and it slowly falls off rather than rapidly falls off like it's being shorted to oblivion, because this would, be as a level of support down here. So seeing this and seeing it slowly run off to breaking that level of support is a lot more believable than it just breaking it right away. So I still believe in SOS, still holding the position, waiting for this thing to really run up to about $5 or $6, and that's where I'll make my move. And I think it will run even more than that. I think $5 or $6 is just my my point of selling, my point of kind of giving up on the position a little bit, just because I've been holding it for so long and I've made so much money with crypto, and now I let $8,000 sit in this account in this position for however many months. It's just been a lot. Zomatica looks good as well. Zomatica currently still holding my 7,000 shares of Zom, and I want to see that run. But it is down in the after hours market. I thought it was up in the after hours market, or sorry, the pre-market. I guess it must have fell. Yeah, it did fall. So it's down to 55 cents. We've seen this. This is heavily shorted every single day. So I'm still holding it, still waiting for this thing to make a move, but it will make a move. It's just going to take its time. Crypto is more exciting than stocks. It just is. I mean, I don't know why stocks just aren't moving as much. And when you get into crypto, there's just like 200% that you can gain, 30% you can gain here, 40% that you can gain there. It's just a lot more excitement because you're not worried about another portion of it. For stocks, like I said, you're worried about the business. For crypto, you're more worried about things like the use case, circulating supply, any news that comes out. You don't care about how the business is really functioning because it's not a business. It's a currency, right? It's different. And that's why you look at it differently, because you don't have to look at more. I did give my thoughts on farm. If you wanted to rewind that, I gave a big explanation as to why I'm invested in farm and why I continue to hold on to this and why I see this as my prized possession of my account. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button on the MP Shorts channel, definitely do that. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and close this thing up to members only. So thank you everybody that has chatted. And if you are a member, you will have the ability to, chat away. Stocks are very much tied to what's happening in politics. Crypto, not so much. Not yet anyway. I don't know if they will. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, if you buy anything, so if someone, let's say, has millions of dollars invested into they have more room to sway the movement of that position, up or down. And that's where you start to get mixed up in whether government does have an input in this or whether institutions does have an input in this. But yeah, you're right. They don't have anything right now. Sorry, you asked for, I don't even know how to say that. I'm going to look at this position. Go over to CoinMarketCap. We can see that this position here, I talked about this a while ago. So the thought that I have with this, right, there's money to be made, right? Because of the market cap, you can see that there's room to grow. If you didn't have that market cap and breaking that down, I would not know where to go from here, because this is a lot of zeros at this price. But the issue that I have with this is that the max supply that they have on there is 100 quadrillion coins. As you're looking at billion, you're looking at trillion, and you're looking at quadrillion. Currently, the circulating supply is 44 quadrillion. This means they can dilute it by about 66, 65 quadrillion coins. Sorry, that's bad math. Is that bad math? 55. Sorry. Quadrillion coins. So seeing that, that just makes me think there's a lot of room for dilution. Also, Self-reported, we don't know exactly how much circulating supply is out there. I'm not saying that it's not a big mover. It's just something that you can get a quick move, but don't expect a penny out of it. Don't expect a dollar out of it. Don't expect 0.00001 cent out of it. That's just not going to happen. But you will see a movement maybe up to, let's say, 10 billion. You could probably see it triple, but that's literally moving the price by 3 times. So it's definitely more of a tricky situation because you're trying to get in with more, but it's not really giving you a lot, if that makes sense. So you're investing in, let's say you put in 1,000 here, you can triple this, but you can also triple this other places that are more legit rather than this position, which can get diluted even more. It's just way too much circulating supply. I would never get on board with putting my money into this position. But if you find a way to make 3 times profit, let's say you already got in way earlier to where it's maybe in the millions when it comes to market cap, then great. But don't expect this to get to maybe a $20 billion market cap. I just don't expect it. If it does happen, then great, and congratulations that you made a great move. But I will never support something like that just because the circulating supply is so high. It's unreasonable. It can't get to a reasonable price. I'm in 3K. It's got a Shiba-like following. Yeah, I think it's good to be able to have popularity. The issue with that is, even though it has a Shiba-like following, I don't think that will ever be added to Coinbase. The price is way too low. You don't ever see any coins that are that low that are added to Coinbase. And the circulating supply is just insanely high. And I get that it has the popularity. Gate.io, you can buy it on there. And that's a popular platform. But again, I don't see myself supporting it. Do you think AMC token would work? Would you grab it early? Yes, I would grab it early. And I do plan to grab it early. Just mainly because, one, I support the business, whether it does take off or not. I support the business. And just like I've said in the past, when AMC makes a huge move, when it goes to $5,000 or $10,000, right? I will support AMC for life. Like, I will hold once it gets to a reasonable price. Obviously seeing it at $5,000 or $10,000 is not a reasonable price. But once it gets back down to a level maybe under $100, I will look to buy, maybe about 100 or 1,000 and, call it a day and let that sit in there for the rest of my life. No matter what the position does, I will take it as a loss, but it will just sit in there as a loss and just, I'll hold on to it for forever. And that's what I'll do with the cryptocurrency. Obviously, I want to make some money out of the cryptocurrency, but I will. Hopefully, it has some sort of incentives where you can gain, you can stake it on certain platforms and all that stuff. I don't really know, but it'll be cool. Matt, did you start at 7 a.m. this morning? Yes, I did. I started a little bit early. Verifies reporting requirements that taxpayers do not fail for cryptocurrency gains. Big Brother enters. We have AMC going to 50 today. I would love to see it. I don't know. Right now, I think we're still seeing it down 5%. So I thought we would see like a gap up, but we didn't. We saw an increase up to a level of 43, decrease down to about 40, where it is now, 42.83. I hope so. It's definitely tricky to say because there was some good news yesterday. There was some okay news yesterday. YouTube not sending out notifications again. I never understand the algorithm. Yeah, I don't understand it either. They just don't do it. Yeah, again, if you guys want to chat it up, if anybody's here that's not a member, it's only 99 cents to become a member. I make it very cheap so that people can be, a part of this community and not have to worry about, spending $5 a month or spending $10 a month, like some other people that are out there, have memberships at like a certain level, but now we can get all questions answered because, we have a membership that's so cheap. Thank you, eSal, for becoming a member. That means a lot. And now you can be a part of this community and chat it up. Um, we need great news. We needed great news yesterday, but I don't think we got we got any. Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, we had some good points taken out of it. So obviously the AMC credit cards, I would love to have that. Obviously, people know that I'm a fan of credit cards. um, I didn't like the thought of Adam Aaron, I guess, selling shares, but I guess he's getting compensated for it. We're still talking about Shiba early. Wait, were you talking about Shiba earlier? Yes, I was talking about Shiba earlier, but um, I talked about a lot of cryptocurrency earlier. But yeah, there's a lot of things that were positive for the future, like the popcorn, adding their brand onto that, the home delivery services, AMC crypto, all that stuff. Remember hype? Yeah. I'm predicting 100 by end of Friday. That will be phenomenal if we saw that. Saw that FOMO did yesterday pre-earnings. Yeah, I know. It was insane to see that, but I don't know what the heck brought us back down. I guess I can take a guess. Probably some form of shorting. But yeah, we're always talking about different things, cryptocurrency, stocks. I try and get to every single comment and break it down. If I'm already talking about stocks, I'll probably skip a comment and go to stocks or go to crypto so that, sorry, if we're already talking about stocks, I'll go to something that is stocks and skip the crypto. And then when we get to crypto, I'll answer all those questions. But I try and answer them in order. Markets are so exciting again, crypto booming, and our two favorite stocks feeling like they're going to explode at any freaking moment. That is, yes, 100% true. Uh, they have now shifted to the blame game. What do you mean? Good morning. How are we looking? Everywhere we're looking pretty good. AMC we're not looking the best, but I would say as we go into the crypto market, it looks pretty good. I think Roblox looks amazing the way that grew and held levels. I understand that it did fall a little bit, but that's understandable. But it did, hold certain levels in the pre-market open. It did drop down, did gap down to about 90, now sitting at about 96. I'm definitely seeing that this could possibly grow and make a decent move. So I'm going to look into this for a quick FOMO run up in the morning. That's going to be something that's on my list for today, my watch list for today. There's something on Reddit AMC stock page that made a prediction of what AMC price would day for every day in October 6th to November 25th. Been right every day so far. That's 250, 250 by the 25th. It's been right every day so far, every single day. I want to see this page. Let's get it on Discord. Figure that out. I want to see it. During the Fed's meeting yesterday, they said that that stocks like AMC and GME pose significant risk to financial stability. Bullish. Yeah, of course they do. Have you seen the short interest on uh, FSR? No, I haven't. I have to take a look at it really quick. Do I have that up? I'll have to bring it up. Text. Not getting anything here. I was on the wrong thing. Yeah, 31%. Looks pretty big. Let's look at the position. Let's see how that's moving. Oh wow. So yeah, it's up 6% today. This could be something that does run a little bit. Looking for a quick gain out of it. Let's see what happened over the last month, just to understand where this has been going. So this has been on the rise for the past, I guess, week or so, 2 weeks. Been on the rise from that level of 13 all the way up to 20. So have a good move there. Wall Street analysts have downgraded AMC again to neutral, saying AMC is going to sell off because of retail traders. Of course, they're going to say something like that. Obviously, they want to scare as many people out of the position as possible, but it's not going to happen. Hey, man, I got the picture of his prediction. How can I send it to you? Twitter, Discord group, my or my Reddit, the Perry Experience Reddit. You can go there. Hey, you know what? Go over to Reddit. If you have Reddit, go over to the Perry Experience Reddit and put it there. Haven't had anything in there for a while, but it's a great way of looking at it. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. Or you can go to Twitter. Here's the link to the Reddit page. Too lazy to turn on Discord. Yeah, there's Reddit. You can go ahead and check that out. So we have 209 people here. 209 people. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you can. It does help out. It helps out the channel. Also, if you want to become a member and chat a little bit, feel free to become a member. It's 99 cents. Make it very cheap. Very, very, very cheap. Very cheap. Very cheap. All right, so we have how many people? We have 2 people on Twitch, 0 people on Facebook. Thank you guys for watching on Facebook. Thank you for watching on YouTube and on my other YouTube channel, the MP Short channel. I really appreciate it. But currently, if we wanted to look at my portfolio, I'm getting closer and closer to 24. Now, I did add about $400 to my account here, adding it to Loopring, and Loopring did rise again. So now I'm over $700. Now I'm over $700, $732 for Loopring. So it's definitely making a little bit of a move. Investing in 200 more of those was actually a pretty decent idea short term. Let's see, any other movers? We could see Litecoin that's up over $252. That's insane. That's amazing. Cardano is up to $230 or so. Polymath is up to 70 cents. Clover Finance, that's made a move a little bit. But a lot of things are making some moves today. Posted. You refresh it. All right. Wait, did somebody just write these down? Did somebody write these down like today? Like somebody wrote them down today. November 22nd. Where's the other days? Yeah, where are the other days, the other predictions? Yeah, can you put the original link in there? I don't know where they came from, but can you put the original link just to see where that is, what that is? Refresh. Oh. First part I got split. Okay. Let's see. That's crazy that they would get all of these prices. Let's see. What are we looking at? So November 35 to 37, 30. So wait, they're giving you price ranges that it's going to get to, or highs and lows. So it's like a roundabout prediction. It's not an exact prediction. November 5th, 5 to 51. November 8th, 48. But yesterday it didn't get to that. I mean, in the after hours market, yes. So we're looking at 40. So today we should be seeing something of 49 to 52. Is that what we're saying here? And we're actually going to decrease after it gets to about 49. We're going to decrease on the 10th, get down to a level here, 44 to 50, 48 to 59 to 60, and then 60 to 70, 65 to 100. It seems a little aggressive at the end. I want to see if that really comes true. Are you able to post the actual Reddit link? I think you should be able to. So you should be able to just post the link as a text if you wanted to. It was definitely interesting. I'll keep that there. Anybody wants to join the Reddit, go ahead. Go ahead. It's the Perry Experience. Jesus, what happened there? I posted the link to the original post in the comments of the longer picture. Okay, we'll have to look at that. All right, we have 230 people here, guys. Hit the like button, get me up to 200 or 150 likes or 200. That would be amazing. How much do you think Robinhood listing SHIB would affect the price? I think it would affect it in a pretty big way short term, but I don't think it will do anything long term. Just because you're going to have a massive amount of people that buy into it that don't have these platforms, that don't want to pay a fee. So it makes sense why they would end up buying a lot over in that platform. However, it wouldn't have a long term effect because Robinhood doesn't have a history of creating that much hype. It creates hype, so it creates interest in the position. People buy into the position, hold on to it, but it also creates a quicker selling opportunity for them without paying a fee. Um, to do all that. And yeah, I think it'll affect it in a little bit. Massive amount in the beginning, but then it'll start to taper off. So I think the only thing that will affect this price to stay stable up in some higher levels is burning off coins. That's really the only thing that I can see. All right, so we got 242 people in here, guys. Hit the like button. Currently, my assets are around $8,000, so it did increase here. Holding algo, which did break over the $4,000 mark. I'm receiving about 40 cents a day, 42 cents per day with this coin. After adding some positions here, and you're looking at that increase, I want to be able to gain about $1, maybe even about $10 or $100 a day from algo. That would be phenomenal. But obviously, that would be a little bit tricky to be able to gain $100 a day, because at $1, to gain $1, I would hold $10,000, and if I hold $100,000, then that's where um I would gain $10 a day, which is not bad. I'll definitely take gaining $10 a day in a position. but that's $100,000. So $10,000 is definitely where I want to settle and gain about a dollar every single day at $365 every year, and hopefully can see this double, triple, quadruple to where I am gaining that much daily. I don't think I'll ever sell this, even though crypto does have its ebbs and flows to the market. I don't think I'll ever sell it. I think I will see it get to some of these highs and just let it sit on some of those highs and gain interest. Now, maybe if there's some newer positions that I can get into that pay me a good amount of interest as this gets up to, let's say this gets up to, I don't know, $10 or maybe $20 or so. $20 would be pretty big because then I would 10x my investment, right? Whatever investment I have. So if I have let's say $10,000 in there, I would have $100,000. So then I can take that and put it into another interest paying position that is lower in value so that that can grow. And I think that will be like a recurring thing for me, at least. I don't know. Also, if we look at my other account, we're sitting at about 23,600. Biggest position being farm. I talked about that earlier. Gitcoin is the second biggest position. I invested in there at $7. Put more in at $8. Yeah, at $8, and that was definitely a good move to put it in at 8. And hopefully, some people saw that as an opportunity and they made that move as well because it grew by $2 since then. And yeah, it definitely has capability or a possibility of growing a lot higher than that. Why are you not talking about how SHIB is going to 20 today? Thanks for the education, bro. No problem. How SHIB is going to $20 today, that would be freaking phenomenal, but it would also be impossible. Ben, is it Ben? I don't know how to say it. Say Ben. Bang. Is the G silent? Bang? Saying that right? Thank you for becoming a Money Makes Money member. For becoming a member here. Remember, I only make memberships 99 cents, or the second membership is $1.99. I'm saying it right. Okay, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member, for joining the community. For only 42 cents a day, you can support a Perry in need. 42 cents a day, it's 99 cents. So that's technically like, I don't know how to do math here, but it's like 3 cents. Right? Somewhere around there. You can support. You guys are funny. You guys are hilarious. 250 people here, guys. Thank you for being here. This is what my portfolio looks like. I'm very transparent with my portfolio. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I'm not doing certain things with my portfolio, but this is where I'm sitting. Anchor is one of those coins that I'm very tempted on making a move. I understand that has a firm possibility of increasing even more than 13 cents. And if I'm holding 10,000, technically with that going to $1, that would go up to about $10,000. So only invested, I believe, can't remember exactly how much it was. I wish they had um, like a profit and loss type of thing, unrealized, realized gains, initial cost basis, all that stuff, but they don't have that on Coinbase. Eventually, maybe they will add it. But I know I invested lower. It might have been like $600 worth to get to 10,000. So I'm still up on this position. I just want to be up a massive amount. Oh, it was referring to the algo rewards. Oh, okay. 42 cents a day. Yes. 42 cents a day is amazing because you can get something like that. And technically, like with 42 cents a day in around 4-ish, 5-ish days, I can gain one Algorand per week, which is not bad. And if you see that grow to a level of $2, or sorry, not $2, $20, um, then I'm gaining a lot from that. The potential gain from that is insane. So, like for people that just gain dividends, obviously you're looking for the growth of the position, but more or less for the dividend position, you're really looking for the payout for the dividend per month. But if I can get a dollar a day rather than a dollar in a month or in a quarter, I'll take that any day. Same about the profit and loss ratio on Coinbase, but you can always use CoinMarketCap to track your portfolio. Is that true? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'll have to check into it. I'm not going to sign into anything because obviously you don't do that. But uh, yeah, I definitely have to do that here. One thing that I wanted to look at closely, if you guys have Gate.io, I think this is a good platform to get in on new coins that are more legit than going on some other um, platforms and buying it through like Pancake Swap and all that other stuff. It seems like it comes on this platform pretty early, and you do see a lot that come on new. And whether this one is like 17 hours away or whatever, um, you can basically see when they're going to drop and when we're going to see those increases. Because anything that is new, you can see here, this position grew by 1,600, 24%. That's huge, absolutely huge. You can see the low price of $2.68, the high price of $56.77. Humongous return. You can look at something like that. Let me go back real quick. We can look at something like that and bring that up on ENS on CoinMarketCap. ENS currently at $49.63. Ethereum name service. Circulating supply, max supply 100 million. Do not know what the circulating supply is. It has been, new to Gate.io, and you saw a lot of movement based on that. The markets that it is added to is Gate.io, a bunch of other platforms as well. But I think obviously seeing that new platform is pretty huge. The issue is that you have a big price change between the two. So wherever like you see CoinMarketCap, the current price change is 51.92. Um, so it does look like something that has a full possibility of growing. And if you look at the circulating supply, I would probably just take the circulating supply of the max supply and multiply it by that just to be able to get the uh, market cap. But it looks really good. Brandon Burns, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Uh, I don't know how to do it on websites, but app portfolio button where you can add stuff. All right, I'll have to add that to my phone then. I'll make a note of that. Yes, a third new member, or technically four. I think somebody renewed their membership. Brendan Burns, thank you. Any questions you have, feel free to ask. Hopefully, Coinbase will develop their platform to similar to Coin Market Cap to be able to filter and see the circulating supply quicker. Yeah, that would be amazing to be able to do that because I have to go on other platforms in order to figure that stuff out. Welcome to all the new members. Welcome, guys. Coinbase apps just changed how the graphs look. They're now smaller and arguably easier to read. I'll have to check out the app. I haven't looked at the app in a while. Typically, I'm just looking on the computer. I always have a computer around me, so I'll have to check it out. When was that? Was that just recent, like literally like today or this week? You know me? I mean, I don't know you personally, but welcome. I don't think I know you personally. I am absolutely horrible with names. For some reason, I thought that I recognized the name for a second. What do you think of Burger King crypto promotion, especially partnering with Robinhood for it? I haven't seen that. What's the detail of that? Burger King crypto, like they're like are they making their own crypto or are they just you're able to pay with crypto? That's good for Robinhood stock, I'll tell you that. That's what I would say. Burger King side of crypto. Huh. Powered by Robinhood Crypto. Get a side of crypto with any $5 purchase. uh, odds of 20 Bitcoin. Doji. This is interesting. I think it's interesting for Robinhood. Interesting for Burger King. Uh, you have 200 Ethereum. You have 2 million Doge. Buzz. Well, interesting. Is that legit? Are you making this like these orders online? You can't go into the store and just be like, "Hey, uh, I'm buying this for $5." You get a chance to win BTC or Ethereum. That's huge, right? I mean, it is a you know, one out of 100,000, I guess, odds. One out of 10,000 odds for Ethereum. Uh, one for one odds of Dogecoin. Interesting there. It That's a solid promotion. BK app. You order with the BK app and you go and pick it up, or Grubhub, I guess. I don't know. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. They're giving away 2 million Dogecoin. I don't think they're giving away to one person. That's always the thing that people misunderstand. Um, but yeah, it's like 20 Bitcoin. You're not getting 20. There's a chance that you can win one, or maybe even a portion. I don't know, of Bitcoin. You have to order a BK app. Yeah, seems sus. Don't trust it. You know of me. I don't know if I know of you. They're giving away 2 million. Good. Yeah, I just read that. Okay. That's interesting though. It's very, very interesting. See that. Go back to stocks to see what's going on there. We got about 20 minutes to this stream. I remember every stream is not going to be this long. Uh, I just did it because I had a little bit of free time. Typically, I don't have this much free time. I uh, I usually get up early, but like I said, I didn't sleep like at all last night, so no problem. Not offended. Just looking to save time. Should I know of you? I don't understand. Do I know you personally, or do I know of your channel, or what? How are you with swear words on your stream? I don't really curse that much, but one or two is not a problem. Just constantly is not okay. One more comic turned ape. Uh, but I only use Snapchat and chat. Interesting. Do your YouTube channel have your comedy on it? Because I'm a fan of comedy. All right, let's look at this. So Zom making a positive move today. Love it. Love seeing the positivity. Roblox, like I said, I'm definitely looking into that for a potential growth gain. It does look like something that will run with that strong of a move. It looks solid to me. But we have to see how this is going to run as the market opens. So that's something I'm going to keep an eye on for a quick play. Strategist now? Huh. Interesting. Uh, my old job tracks from the real issues plus sense of images. On the internet. I mean, I don't need to. All right. Yeah. Uh, ad was 3 minutes long. What seeing ad? Oh, there was an ad. Oh yeah, I put an ad. The ad was 23 minutes long. That's ridiculous. Why would anybody watch an ad for 23 minutes? Move all videos. They're only no, apes might make viral video. Yeah, we got 30 minutes until until I stop the stream, an hour until the market opens. Hopefully you guys are set up for a positive return here. It looks like Coinbase up to a high of $370 is getting back to its old roots from where the IPO was. So anybody that's holding Coinbase, congratulations for getting back to where you were. You know, if you were holding it for that long, or if you were holding it from down at 200, you definitely made a huge move out of this. Watch WWE ever? Yeah, right. Coinbase looks really, really good. So I'm really happy with that. Now I made money out of it in the past, but not as much money as I wanted to. And right now, this is just looking amazing, getting closer and closer to that $400 mark. And let's just hope that it holds up there. Let's actually look at a bigger view. So maybe like a 100,000 foot view, understand where this fell from. So it fell from 429, a high of 429, decreased, consolidated all the way down at these levels, had a low of 208. That was the lowest point, 208. You did see it start to fluctuate, go from 213 all the way back up to 300, then decrease back down to 240, increased up to about that $300 mark or 290, and then decreased again even lower down to 225, which probably made people upset because you're getting back to a level where you would have like been broken even. I can't speak. You would have broke even, and it decreases down to 224 again. But then you see this massive growth over basically a month, and it gets up to 370. That is amazing to see. Phenomenal. I'm upset that I'm not a part of it and I didn't have any like options for that, because that would have been amazing to see that. But right now, don't have any options plays. Would have loved to have some options plays instead of buying, so many shares. I would have had an options play out for so long. If you have any options, does anybody have any options um on Coinbase, the Coinbase stock? Hopefully from the beginning, that would have been amazing. Heck, it might do it today. It's a possibility. Ethereum going to hit 5K before the end of the week. Oh, yes. Turn head, folks outside the bubble. Can you give your opinion on UV and what? I'll do one, but not both. Maybe I'll do both. I don't know how fast this will be. But currently, what we're seeing is it's a little tough to manage there. Now, what's good is it broke past this high point. Did not doesn't look like it held past this high point, so that's not a good sign. And it didn't happen in the market open; it happened in the market close. So what I want to see first before you can make a move, if you're going to buy into this position now, you want to see this break before you can see that before you buy a position. Because right now you are at the most extreme level of chasing a position if you buy in at this exact moment without it breaking different highs. Because right now you're seeing it from this low of $6 all the way up to this high to where it did resist from $9.46. And again, it closed at $9.08. So what I want to see is a break of $9.42. If you see the possibility of a break, you can get in a little bit lower and then manage that out to where you have a little bit of a swing trade. But if you're looking at anything to where you're like, all right, I can get a massive swing trade out of this, it's not confirmed that you will get that, because you're seeing support levels down here and you would be investing in up at this point. It's getting closer and closer, or it's already up to those high points where it did resist from. So if I want to look at something, maybe a 100,000 foot view, you can see the massive drop that it did have from 24, created lower lows, lower highs, eventually finding a way to come back and looking like this is a level to where if you're looking at a long term, very, very long term, things to where you can look at maybe a year plus, you can possibly see that rise because right now you're at a lower form of consolidation. Even if you are at $9, it's a lower form of consolidation, and you have retest points up in this area of 12, up in this area of 16, 18, all of that. So I can say a year out, probably if you want to play maybe a quick, not a quick options play, but a long-term options play, instead of buying 100 shares, uh, and see how that ends up playing out, basically putting less money into it. But remember, options, you have the risk of, you have less risk with, spending less money, but you also have the full possibility of losing all of the money, by not hitting your strike price. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Brendan. I appreciate that. And you just typed X. Come on, I thought you would have said something. I don't know what that means. Oh, you want me to look at this position, X US Steel? I did look at this yesterday, and again, this is closer to those peak points. I hate seeing things like this. I do like seeing it when it bounces off of the 200 EMA, but it actually had a firm bounce off of the 200 EMA, and isn't well wishes. I thought you were looking at this position because this position was up about 2.7%, but then apparently that's what he did. I appreciate that a lot. That means a lot. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna look at this position anyways because I'm already halfway through it. So I did look at this, I think yesterday, but this is closer to some of these highs. So I want to see a break for this as well before we start to look for an increase over this level of $30. So sorry that wasn't it. That's backing you that I can work with. Where's that other thing at? Oh, Hut. I think I did look at Hut before. Hut currently, again, is up at these highs. Good thing is it broke well above this area here. So you're not seeing a resistance there. But will this keep running? Will you see a pullback? I think soon you might see a little bit of a pullback. It looks like the trend is to break below the 15 moving average. It's very far away from the 50 moving average. So breaking below it somewhere around maybe this $12 mark, maybe $11 or so, maybe resisting somewhere around here, around that $12 even, or support of $12 even, and then bouncing back up to continue on that rise. But I do see a little bit of a pullback that should be coming soon after, but this is after a couple of months, yeah, a month or so. We looked at Ford Motors lately. I haven't looked at Ford Motors. I've been invested in Ford for a while because of the fact that it had a dividend for a long time, and now I don't believe you're seeing that. But this looks amazing. It's all that bounce off of the 200 EMA, and you're seeing that jump all the way up to $20 now. Yeah, I mean, from this level to where I actually invested in this, I think it was like $9. Yeah, it was like $9. I think it was back here. Yeah, $9. It fell down to $3, then increased and continued to increase. And I think I sold off somewhere around here, 16 or so, and sold off my brother's investment as well. Um, and it started to rise. And I did see that it was going to make a move, but I sold at this point, and I could have bought back in at a lower point. I didn't, because I wasn't playing any more money into the stock market. But it does look like something that's really growing. I wouldn't get in now just because you're probably going to see a little pullback. It's due for a pullback. But yeah, that would be my opinion there. I'm so hungry.